Hey y'all, welcome on in. Happy Monday. Come on in, comment the word Monday. If you're brand new around here, it is a cutout of the week day. So I have a brand new cutout of the week every single Monday right here on my page, and it's available from Monday to Sunday. And then you'll never be able to get it again, at least not from me. So we got a spring little cow. It's a little punch out kit for us. So when y'all pop on, comment the word Monday. I'm going to get this shared over into the broadcast channel. As always, if you're not part of my broadcast channel, make sure that you join. That's going to be the best way to know when I'm live. Sometimes Facebook doesn't let people join. I don't know why. But you can go right down here in the pinned comment and open it up, and it's the link in that message. So, which I need to edit that message, which I'll do that later. But let me get this shared. I'm just over here, just copy link and share this in here. There's that. And then let me edit my pinned comment because it has some links that are no longer valid. All right, there we go. We should be updated and ready to go. Okay, so happy Monday. I've got nightly claims for y'all tonight, and I've got a brand new cutout of the week. Okay, so this one is going to be $7, but you can get it online for $10, which includes your shipping. But what I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to wipe this down, okay? Because where it looks like it's a little burned, it's not. It's just glue from the wood that we're going to wipe off. Hi, Barbara. And it's going to make a little, y'all love these little guys. So it's going to make a little dairy cow spring shelf sitter. I know we've been doing a lot of Easter lately. So I thought, let's switch it up. Let's do a little bit of spring, just a little bit. And then we will get back to Easter. But what I'm doing is I'm wiping down the wood because all that stuff that's on my wipe is in fact glue. And that can cause discoloration in your cutouts, and you don't want that to happen. Hi, Martha. Hello, everybody. When you're popping in, say hey. So you'll get yours, and it'll look just like this, except the head won't be popped out, okay? So it is a little pop-out kit. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Martha. I think I said hello to Martha. But I'm going to get this dry, and then we're going to start painting. Hi, Terry. But y'all, I got some mug huggers for us tonight. I've got some Easter stuff. I got a new hutch. I have a new hutch. I have a little tabletop sign. I've got all the things. And you'll be able to claim that cute little bunny that we did last night. Our floppy ear bunny. Hi, Shannon. It is working, Miss Jill. It sure is. For now. For now. But I had a whole nother fiasco that happened over the weekend that involved the machines. I'll tell you all about that in a little bit, but it was a little bit of a stressful weekend. I just can't catch a break, it seems like. Okay, so let's first start with the body and the head. So I'm going to punch this out, okay? You just punch it out very carefully, like so. I'm going to put my pieces over here. So we have that, and then this piece is going to go right here. So I'm doing that to kind of figure out where exactly I need to paint. Obviously, majority of this is going to be white. The little ears are going to be pink. So I'm just talking out loud. Yep, I have a hutch. But Haley, don't get excited. It's one that you painted. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Look, I was over here painting earlier. And all my stuff dried. So let me just take these off real quick. Save a little bit of makeup sponges while we're at it. But how's everybody's Monday? I hope y'all have had a fabulous Monday. I keep thinking today's Tuesday. Why, I have no clue. Hi, Stephanie. You're getting excited? You think you need another hutch? If you want hutches to paint, I can give you some hutches to paint. All right, here we go. So we're going to start and just paint the face. I'm not really worried about the little little spots because we're going to go with a black paint marker and paint those or color those in, I guess. All right, that's painted. That's going to be pretty much covered up. So I'm going to go white on the ears, and then we're going to do the bottom part of the ears in pink. So I'm just going to do my best, what I can with the makeup sponge. Question about the paint. Do you buy yours from direct from the manufacturer? Is that where you can get it for the best price? Yes, I purchased mine directly through Deco Art, but that is not the best price. They just recently partnered with Michaels, and I believe it's cheaper over there. If it's not cheaper, Maria shared with us the other day that the shipping threshold is less than what it is on the Deco Art website. Oh no, Maria. Long and boring. My girl is sick. 6 more weeks of winter. I saw that. I did see that. Probably not for Texas, not South Texas. It'll probably be 90 degrees by March 1st. All right, then we're going to go in and we're going to paint the legs, which are these little guys, and then we'll go in and paint the greenery on this. Okay. Get this dry, and we'll do another coat. It is at Michael's, but their stock isn't great. So I read, or I think Maria shared with us, that the online, maybe not in store, but the online has better selection, like has the same like selection that they do on their their brand site. I could be wrong. I personally have not looked into it myself. I don't know if Miss Maria is still here, but maybe she can tell us what she discovered if she's here. Hi, Marlene. How are you? Yay! Yes, now that both lasers are up and running, we are moving and grooving. Hi, Brenda. Yes, prices are the same. Okay, so there's not a discount, but the prices are the same, or there's not a discount, but the shipping threshold on Michaels.com is less than on Deco Art. On Deco Art, you have to spend $50 to get free shipping. And I think Maria said it was I could be making this up, $38, which is a random number. All right, I'm just going to go, I changed my mind. I'm going to do that in pink, but I'm just going to paint this whole thing white just to make it a little bit easier. And then, hi, Tammy, how are you? And then we'll go back over it with the pink. All right, do y'all want me to do nightly claims now? It's $39. See? Do you want me to do nightly claims now or wait a little bit? I mean, I'll do them again at the end, regardless. All right, I'm going to do one more coat of the white. But y'all, comment the word Monday. Go check your messenger. There's lots of links in there for you. There's also the link to join our Whatnot channel. We're going to go live over there on Saturday. I'm still trying to decide between 11 a.m. or 3 p.m. I'm kind of leaning, changing it to 3 p.m. And then we'll have a bunch of, not a bunch of cutouts. We'll have like 5 of this item, 4 of this item. So, I'm doing good. Hi, Diane. Wait, what? Wait, what, Miss Tammy? Or, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, she's saying wait. Julie's like, show me them claims, girl. Show me the stuff that you made. I got some mug huggers. It's been a hot second since I've done mug huggers. Hi, Susie. Your package went out today. I am so sorry about my mistake. Oh no, Sonia. That's not fun. Okay, let me show you all the claims. So we're going to bust through this real quick. It's not a ton. So pause while these dry. I already dried them, so whatever. All right, so number one was from last night. It was our floppy Easter Bunny little shelf hanger. I put this together last night. This is number one, and it's $14, okay? And I showed y'all how it just, there's a little shelf right here, and it just hangs on the end of a shelf. And so I believe it'll fit over a door frame too. But that one is number one. It's $14. Number two is our cutout of the week, and it's going to be $7. It's a little spring dairy cow shelf sitter. Number three, which I can't really show you because we're doing it right now. Number three is a hutch. It's just the hutch. It's not the bookshelf this time. Haley painted this one. She painted this hutch and I was in love. My favorite part is the little banner on the top. Okay. This one is number three and it'll come with the easel for you. This one is number three and it's going to be $18 and you do get this little guy that stands, just leans right against it if you want, or you can glue it. Okay, so this one is number three for $18 and I'm going to get in there so you can see all the details. My favorite is the little peep banner at the top. Look how adorable this is. It's been a minute since I've done a hutch. So this one is number three for $18. Okay, and this one is 8 inches wide, 10.5 inches tall. So they're normally pretty teeny tiny, but they're really difficult to, in my opinion, to paint. So I made them a little bit bigger for y'all. So this one is number three for $18. I know, isn't the banner so cute? She did a great job with that one. I love the colors on it. Okay, run out of space over here. Okay, number four is a mug hugger bundle, but you're also going to be able to get them separately, okay? So number four is the mug hugger bundle, but if you bundle, you're going to save, okay? So I'm going to start with the bundle. I've got some, I was going to say Shamrock, St. Patrick's Day mug huggers. So this one is number four. You're going to get all three mug huggers for $12, okay? So you have, and I know it's backwards, but this one says Lucky Charm. We have Shake Your Shamrock and Pot of Gold. So number four is going to be the mug hugger bundle. If you buy all three, you save a few dollars. This one is number four for $12, or you can get them individually. Number five is the Shake Your Shamrock. This one is number five for $5. Number six for $5. Or number seven for $5. And the mug huggers, y'all, they just hug a mug, hug a cup, hug a laptop case or a laptop screen. I have little stands. Like I have this truck that I've had in the past that it'll hold the mug hugger. So that is number four was the bundle, all of that. And then this one was number five, number six, and number seven. Which one is your favorite? I think this one's my favorite. I think the Lucky Charm is my fave. Okay, and then we have one last item for tonight. I love this. This one is number 8. Yes, Sherilyn, that's $12. This one is number 8. It stands 11 inches tall. Number 8 is going to be $12. Okay. And they come to you all unpainted. So you get to do all the painting just in case you're new here. But this one is number 8 for $12. And this one, it says carat 25 cents right here. Okay. So numero 8 for $12. And that's all I have for tonight, as far as claims go. Yes, and if you want the truck base, that one is $12. You can just comment the word truck and I'll add it. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? let's keep going. So I'm going to grab my black marker and we're going to color this in. But I think I'm going to use my Posca paint pen. Got it, Miss Brenda. Thank you for your order, or thank you for adding to your order. So if you claim, I will send you an invoice. I just have to have your email address. All invoices, you can add to it throughout the week. That way you only pay one shipping price. And then remember, Perks members, you get your 20% off all of the claim stuff that I'm showing. So, hi, Don Lad. And you can also wait till Thursday to claim as well. I know a lot of people like to see what I have the whole week and then claim, and that's totally fine. Hi, Sharon. I think I shipped out one of your orders today. All right. There's our little spots on our dairy cow. But what's everybody up to? Y'all are very, very quiet tonight. Unusually quiet. All right, we're going to go in with the eyes. And no, okay, we're good. Alrighty, so here's what we have so far. We're going to fix the ears right here. Yay! You got your llama loot box. Yay! I hope you absolutely love it. I had fun putting those together. Now, Miss Dawn, check your rounds. I don't know if you got one of the Easter Bunny rounds that I did. Check your rounds and make sure I included the pieces, because I realized after I had shipped them that one of the rounds, the pieces got left out. So, but yay, I'm so glad you love it. That makes me so happy to hear. I love putting those together. They are a blast. All right. I'm going to go in with cotton candy and I'm going to do the bottom of the ears. I know it's pretty, like it should be like pinker, like a darker pink, but I'm going to distress with some blush. So I really just need a base layer. Fixing a salad for dinner, being allergic to everything, learning. Oh gosh, that has to be so hard, Miss Sonia. That has to be so difficult. Have they figured out when you're going to have your surgery? Okay, Miss Dawn, just let me know. Oh, and Dawn, your other order, one of your orders is pretty much ready for pickup. It'll be ready for pickup after tonight. So just let me know when you want to come get it. Hi, Karen. All right, we're going to let that dry. Then let's do this bottom part. So we have this. Actually, I need to do his horns. Okay. What color should we do the working and watching? You get it, Miss Lisa. What color should we do the birdseed bag? Should we do like a blue? What do y'all think? All right, I'm gonna do the horns. I'm gonna go in with burlap and just do the horns. That's pretty much the only part we'll use burlap on. But like I've told y'all before, I will post a finished picture over on my website, 1, but then 2, I'll also post it in the VIP group with the color list if you are wanting to recreate mine. Your order, one of your orders is ready for pickup. It'll be ready after tonight. I think I just have one more thing that I need to pull off the laser and it's ready. Oh my goodness, Miss Sonia. Well, take care of yourself. And I hope that everything goes really smoothly. Okay, we need black for the hooves. Wishing I went to the ER the night they... Oh my gosh, I know. That's crazy. I cannot believe you had a mini stroke. And that's so scary. Okay. Whale, shoot. What do y'all think for the color of the seed bag? I'm thinking, that's okay, Robbie. I'm thinking the blue. How did you come up with your page name? It's very different. Anytime I tell this story, I always preface that you kind of have to know the parties involved to you have to understand the parties involved in order to really, I guess, find the humor in it. But long story short, one of my coworkers, when I was teaching, she decided that I was going to love llamas. Now, this teacher reminds me of Miss Frizzle. She's very kooky, a dear friend of mine, but she decided I was going to be obsessed with llamas. And so she just started posting pictures of llamas in my classroom, on my Facebook, texting me pictures of llamas. And so then it kind of just snowballed from there. And then during COVID is when I started my business, and the Creative Llama just kind of fit. But there's more to it than that. But anytime I tell this story, is just, like I said, you just kind of have to know Miss D to appreciate the humor in it. Thank you, Marcy. It's $7. It's $7, but if you want to go on the website and order it, it's $10, and your shipping is included. Either way. But yeah, she just decided I was going to like llamas one day, and it stuck, and here we are. All right, let's dry. And we're going to do another coat. What's everybody having for dinner? Thomas is here, but he's sleeping. He had to do some important things for me today. He's taking a little nap. But we're going to go out to eat, I think. Where, I don't know. Hi, Monica. Where, I don't know, because I didn't do a grocery pickup, so we don't have any food other than chicken nuggets. Like the bear nuggets from Costco. That's pretty much the only thing we have in the fridge. So. All right, we're going to do this one is Whispering Turquoise. He might wake up and come out. We'll see. Ooh, Diane, I love that. That is my favorite meal. I don't know if Miss Debbie is watching. Miss Debbie, I don't know if she's on here because she just messaged me, but your order shipped. Sounds good, Marcy. I just saw your message, so I can't respond right now. You can also order, Marcy, on one of my lives. You can order my live tomorrow too if you want. Whichever is easiest. All right, I did Desert Cactus for the green. Miss Debbie, I just saw your message come through. I don't know if you heard me say your order shipped. Your order did ship. I remember packing it. You should have received an email with the tracking, but if not, let me know and I can send it to you. Thank you for being patient, especially with that silly old laser being down, as long as it was. Hi, Carrie. Well, welcome on in. I'm so glad you said hello. My name is Alex, if you didn't know that. The type of crafting I like to do is I do a lot of wood cutouts. I have really enjoyed painting wood cutouts. And then I haven't done it much lately, chalk couture, but that is coming back because Thomas and I are working on that room this week. Miss Lynn, is the thing said that if the label is made, then it has been shipped. I don't print the label unless it's ready to be packed and shipped. I don't print a bunch of labels and then they just sit. I don't like to do that to y'all. Does that make sense? All right, so we're gonna pop out the hooves and we're gonna paint these black. Yeah, so anytime you get an email saying it's shipped or a label was created, that means it's been packed. I know some other creators do it differently, but I personally, I was talking to Thomas about this today. I was like, oh, I need to teach Shelly how to ship. And he goes, no, you're not. You're not going to let go of the shipping because I want to make sure your orders are correct. And if there's a mistake, then it's my fault. No one else's. Hi, Carol Allen. How are you, Carolyn? Well, welcome on in. What was her name? Miss Kelly? Is it Kelly? Carrie. Welcome on, Miss Carrie. We are so glad that you're here. Hit the heart button. Make sure you get into the broadcast channel. That'll be the that'll be the best way to know that I'm live. And I go live pretty much Monday through Friday, or Sunday through Friday. And then I usually take Saturdays off. Yay, Jill. I know. So we kind of prep some things around the house because we're going to have to pull everything out of that room more than what we've already done. We're going to have to pull everything out of that room, pretty much gut it, and then start getting rid of things. So there might be some like mystery craft room boxes. So thanks, Debbie. I can help. You can supervise. Tape it shut. Oh, I know. I need to give up the control, Shelly. I know. I even got to talking to from some of my friends. Like, Alex, you gotta give it up, girl. Let someone help you. Not in the shipping. All right, so I am going to use burlap for the little nose. Yes, Miss Robbie's been with me pretty much since I started the Creative Llama. She's been with me for a very long time. When I was in my old house upstairs, not gonna lie, having to have a little liquid courage to go live. Maybe not that early, but she was there right after all of that. And yeah. Hi, Sue. Alrighty, y'all, she is turning out pretty dang cute. Yes, Debbie, this one is number 2 and it's $7. That's okay, Linda, and I'll go back over the nightly claims at the end if you want to check those out. Okay, so now it's coming together. We've got, y'all, this thing is so cute. It has a little snail. And there's a whole set of these, so I can also offer the whole set later this week if y'all want. But I made these a little bit, I made my cutout of the week a little bit bigger. Just because the little ones are like the little tiny bunnies like that. All right, I'm going to throw that away. So this is going to go back here. Okay, and it's going to sit up like this. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Oh my word, this is adorable. I found you on Craft Around the Clock, and I'm glad that you found me too, Miss Lynn. I've been doing Craft Around the Clock for a while too. And I will be live on there on Thursday, I believe. All right, let's do our birdhouse. I'm trying to decide, should we do like a typical brown? Yeah. We're going to do brown. I'm just going to stain it. And then we're going to do a light blue, the same color blue here as the roof. Yes, offer them all. Okay. Now, if I offer the whole set, do you want it like bigger like I have? Or do you want the smallers like the bunnies? Isn't it so cute? I love it. Okay, let's go in with traditional burnt umber. I'm just going to use my baby white to stain. Hi, Miss Inez. Miss Inez, I realized I never messaged you back. I saw your message. I can switch it for you. I'm sorry. Alrighty. We're just gonna stain that with some, offer what? The bigger one. So typically these little sets come like real small, like 4 inches. So this one is like, it's probably, this one is a little bit taller, but these are really small compared to, I'm gonna take all this off and I'm gonna show you. Like, to this guy. So do you see how this one is a little bit bigger than this one? I do that because this is the cutout of the week, and I don't feel right charging you $10 shipped with just this little guy. So I make it a little bit bigger. So I'm asking, do y'all want them to be offered in the bigger size, or do you like the smaller ones? So, and there's only 4. There's 4 in the set. So there's 3 other cows, including this one. Or there's 4 cows, including this one. Yay! I love those, Miss Julie. I'm still cutting those for people. I just pulled off a set right before I went live off of the laser. Okay. So that is working. That looks good. Let's go. Oh, I hate it when I do that. When my makeup sponge falls, and then of course it falls in the paint. Debbie's like, go bigger. Okay, I'll adjust the other ones and we'll make them bigger for y'all. And those will be offered later in the week. I don't know if I'll get them all painted. I'll try. Miss Ruthie, I've got some mug huggers tonight. I thought of you. I sure did. All right, we're gonna go in with the green. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm gonna go in with the green. This is Desert Cactus. You could do a brighter green, but since I already painted this piece down here in this Desert Cactus green, I'm gonna do the same thing. Yay! Yeah, we shipped out probably like 50 or 60 orders today. All of the bunny sets got shipped. And then we probably shipped out probably more than that, actually. Probably like 75 orders today. Miss Linda, me too. I'm loving these little dairy cows. All right, go over this. Ah! Got them Butterfingers. All right, there's that. So now all we have left, other than the distressing all that, is the small pieces. So we've got some birds. Oh, I need to stain that. I know, I do care. I listen to you. So we've got 3 birds, a snail, and then this piece is going behind on the birdhouse. So I think that needs to be brown. Let's see. Yeah. How long have I been doing this? Full time. So I started the Creative Llama in 2020. And I quit teaching, I believe, in 2023. No, 2022, I believe. I taught for 11 years before I left teaching. And to be fully transparent, when I left teaching, I wasn't making the money. I wasn't doing as well as I am now. But at the time, you know, I was, I just needed to get out of teaching pretty much. And so luckily I was able to leave and have some help. But now, I mean, I can fully support myself on this, which is great. that relationship ended. And then I moved into this house, and I've been blowing and going and doing it full on since then, I will say. I mean, longer than that, but like fully on my own. Does that make sense? Like, I wasn't asking anybody for help. I don't need no man. Shh, don't tell Thomas that. Okay, so we got our little snail. We got our birdie here. Oh gosh, your friend has a performance tomorrow. She's upset with me since I didn't hear her Valentine's craft. I didn't get her any. Oh no! You should have told me, Miss Linda. I would have sent something. You just stopped teaching littles. Now you're teaching. Exactly. My daughter's a kindergarten teacher. Unless you have a teacher in the family, you don't realize how much work. Exactly. Okay, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Miss Robbie. Y'all are so sweet. Yes, I taught with Haley for all 11 years. We were at the same school for my whole entire teaching career. Okay. Birds. Birds, birds, birds. We're almost done with this, y'all. Where the heck is my example picture? Here we go. So we're going to do a purple bird, blue bird, pink bird, and then the snail is kind of funny looking. This part is purple, and then the slug part is burlap. So, alrighty. No, but we appreciate Thomas around here. He's been helping me a lot with all my laser issues. So I was telling y'all that we got the second laser up and running for now. Yay. We just did a restock on wood, which I buy 4 feet by 8 feet sheets. About every 2 weeks, we probably buy like 50 of those. And that will make about 500 sheets that fit into my laser. And so we restocked on those. Shelly and Thomas did that for me. And then I started cutting with that new wood. And y'all, my vendor changed the wood again. And we cut it, or I cut it, and I was taking the stuff off of the laser. And I kid you not, my entire hands were black from the char on the side of the wood. It wasn't just a little bit, it was a lot. And I just couldn't send that to y'all. So Thomas was on the phone this morning at 7 a.m. calling different vendors. And I think we found a new vendor that will give us exactly what we're looking for. And so, yay for that. So the wood will be changing one last time, hopefully. I apologize for all the changes, but they didn't tell us that it had changed. It looked very similar to the wood we had before. And then when we cut it, it was not good. Not good. It was real bad. So, we are getting it fixed. I still have wood to cut, so that's good. But we're going to get no more wood tomorrow. So, alrighty, let's do, what color should the shell be for the snail? What do y'all think? But like, that's what I was saying, it's like one thing after another around here. It's, it's never boring. That's for dang sure. There's always something going on around here. All right, Miss Dawn, have a great dinner. We're almost done. But yeah, we were the only purchaser pretty much of their MDF, my current supplier, and they changed it on us again. And so no longer are we going to be purchasing from them. I am, Miss Brenda. I sure am. I've been cutting those today. which I think yours shipped, or yours is on the top of my stack, I believe. If I remember correctly, yours, which I have 2 or 3 bunnies that I need to ship after my live. So yours is coming, my friend. Alrighty. I don't want that bright of a pink. I want more of like a, we're going to do Marvelous. And then for our purple, we're going to do Purple Petal. Okay. Buttermilk. Yeah, I got you, Miss Brenda. Now that things are moving, we're cutting a lot faster. Zinc. Okay. Pink bird, purple bird, pink bird. Yay, Robin. Yay, yay, yay. That makes me so happy to hear that y'all are getting y'all stuff and that y'all start crafting. I really still want to do like the craft night kit like we were talking about a few weeks ago. We're going to try it out in the VIP group first, but I got to get myself back in working order, or working, like things caught up. It's crazy how fast things slowed down once that second laser went down. Oh no, you're fine, Miss Brenda. I'm excited to see y'all's. Now, I have another version of the patchwork coming. And y'all remember the heart wreath that we did? There might be an egg wreath coming. There might be an egg wreath coming. I can't decide which one I want to do this week for Craft Around the Clock. An egg wreath or another patchwork project. I love the patchwork stuff. I love doing the hand-painted designs or patterns. I just think it's so fun. Ooh, yellow would have been so cute, Miss Inez. Why didn't I think about that? Ooh, yellow would have been adorable. Yeah, I remember how we were talking about, like, you would purchase the kit. I would show you exactly what it is, how much it is, and then we would go live and we'd paint it together, and then we would do like some giveaways and stuff like that. Do you remember? We talked about this a few weeks ago. It's not something I've done before. It wouldn't be like a mystery craft or anything like that. Like, you would know exactly what you're getting. You wouldn't have to subscribe or anything like that. But then we would go live like over in the VIP group, at least just to get started and work out the kinks before going live on here. Because, you know, the VIP group, it's like our little family meetup. It's where you share your things. I share things in there. Y'all want the egg wreath? Okay. Maybe we can do it with the mystery boxes. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Okay. Oh, man. I thought everything was painted. Darn it. What did we say? What did we say for the shell? I cannot remember. I'm going back and looking. Buttermilk. I'm thinking, y'all. I'm thinking. We could do buttermilk. Now, this is light buttermilk. I don't think... I need to get the regular buttermilk. But we're going to make this work. Okay, last thing we need to paint. Y'all hit the heart button for me. Hit the heart button for me. Comment the word Monday. We are going to paint this last thing. Then we're going to start gluing and de-stressing everything. And then we are, I think zinc would have looked cute too. I just remembered that suggestion. And then we will do the nightly claims. I'll show those one more time. As always, you can always claim nightly claims on Thursdays over in the VIP group. if you want to wait until then. I know, Miss Linda, I'll check it. Somehow that got messed up on a couple of orders. I'll get it fixed. You weren't the only one. It was me. I was the one that made the mistake. All right, we're gonna do one more coat of this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Y'all, someone named Shelly is posing as Haley. Alrighty. That looks good. And let's start putting all of this together. Okay, so I'm going to distress the tops of the ears. And this is when it starts coming all together. It took me a while to start distressing, and y'all, it makes all the difference. Yay! Yeah, I'll get that fixed for you. I apologize. All right, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of, oh, my bad. I got it off a little bit. Are you missing the trim too, Miss Linda? Like the scallop piece? Alrighty. Distressing this. And then we're going to start gluing. Like so, and putting this cutie patootie together. No. Oh. Okay. Distressing is my favorite part. I used to hate doing the white lines and the distressing, and now it's my favorite part because it just brings the whole project together every time. All right, hold this down. We're going to distress this. And then I need to color in the nostrils. Okay, I know I asked earlier, but what is everybody having for dinner? What are y'all having? I know Miss Diane said they're having sausage, peppers, and onions, which I'm always down for that meal. Y'all, I can hear Thomas snoring in the back. I'm just laughing. All right. We're going to distress this. I have a question. Do you just keep your finger dabbers with the color on it and they don't dry out? Does that make sense? Yeah. I just put them in a little bowl. I just put them in a little bowl and I don't really have any issues. They've been great for me. I've never noticed drying out. You mean you do have to add to it every once in a while. But I'm just using what's left on it to distress. He got up early this morning. I don't like, the white lines took me some time, Miss Tammy. How fun. Shrimp scampi, chicken, leftover chili. It's just that little piece okay. Cowboy pasta. Ooh, you can have my plate. I don't like Italian sausage in the casing, but everyone else loves it. I can understand that. Having to fight it when you're eating, not my favorite. That is not my favorite. All right, I'm going to distress this. Stuffed shells. Ooh. I've been craving spaghetti. So, chili from Wendy's because I'm not feeling good. Oh, no. Oh, Chris. I am so sorry. I hope you get to feeling better very soon. That is no bueno. Okay, trying to get it on there before it sets up. Nope. Okay. Y'all comment the word Monday for me. Make sure you RSVP to our Whatnot show on Saturday. It's going to be a smaller show. We are not going to be on for 2 or 3 hours. I think we'll be on for less than 2, maybe just an hour and a half. It's going to be a much smaller show. But we'll have a lot of cutouts and stuff like that. What else was I going to say? And let me know, would y'all rather it be at 11 a.m. Central Time or 3 p.m. Central Time? I'm leaning towards moving it to 3 p.m. But y'all let me know. All right, that's going to go there. I haven't gone in and added anything. There's really not going to be a lot to pre-bid on. But we'll have a lot of buy now stuff. We'll have auctions. We will have a couple of finished pieces, but it will mainly just be the cutouts. And then I have decided if you don't shop Whatnot, that's totally fine. You can come hang out and see what we have. And then if there is something from the Whatnot show that you want, I'd be more than happy to send you an invoice for it. 3 p.m. Okay, so then I will switch it to 3 p.m. for all of y'all. That gives me a little bit of extra time to get things set up. It's on Saturday, Haley, but it's going to be really small. Y'all, I mean, you can come over, but I'm going to run it by myself. It's just going to be blank cutouts. It's not going to be our typical big show. But we will still have our typical big show towards the end of the month. Because I can't hold on to cutouts. I can't hold on to finished pieces. So. And then we will still have a secret sale as well. We got all sorts of things. But my goal is really just to do, and I'm doing this extra show to be fully transparent with y'all. Whatnot is doing like a little thing for sellers. And so that's why I'm doing it. And I just want to see if it makes a difference in something. And then we'll go back to just like our, oh, I painted the wrong birds. We'll go back to just our one big show and then our secret show once a month. Okay, well, Bluebird's going to go here because your girl messed it up. My bad. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes I do, Miss Linda, but most of the time I sell it to y'all. Right now, I'm struggling with space in my home. And it's crazy because I have a 3-bedroom house, but I'm running out of room. And so that's something like with getting the craft room set up again is that'll help like one, will go through everything and I'll get rid of a bunch of stuff. But then 2, we'll be able to move a bunch of stuff out that's like sitting out here. And I'm hoping what I can do is get my kitchen table back in every time I go live, whether I'm just painting or I'm doing a chalk project, everything will be back in the new craft room. So then that way I don't have to, that way I can have my kitchen table back in like this area, my living room and my kitchen, and my kitchen table can all be like my area again, you know, not work. So I know, Miss Sue, that was me the other day. That was me yesterday. I got my email at the end of the night. It's like, you spent $87. I'm like, okay, well, that's not as bad as I thought. As bad as I thought. That I had spent. Sorry, I kind of just zoned out there for a second. I don't have a basement, Miss Linda. No, we don't really need, basements don't really exist, I guess, here in South Texas. I'm sure some houses have them, but we don't really have a need for them. All right. Our blue bird here. I thought all the birds were the same size. My bad. There we go. Hi, Sandy Smith. How are you? All right. Then this little piece is going to be glued to the back of the birdhouse. Okay, I put way too much glue on there. But while that's setting up, we can kind of clean up everything. And, oh, right here. And that way I can clear out the room. So we used purple petal, aloe, marvelous, burlap, whispering turquoise, light buttermilk, white cotton candy. Haley, I'm not working on that craft room after a Whatnot show. No, ma'am. That's the last thing I want to do after that Whatnot show. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. So it has the outline of the pieces that it's going to go behind. So I'm going to put glue right down here. Okay, and then I'm going to line this up and hold it. But I want to make sure that the bottom piece doesn't stick out because we don't want to see that. We'll see. All right. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look how cute this is. Oh my gosh. That is adorable. What do y'all think? Okay. I'm going to take, I should have done this before. I'm going to do my black here. There's that. Let's dry, and then we're going to do our white lines, and then we are going to be done. All right, let's do our white lines. So I'm going to grab my white paint pen. Oh, that's okay. So you could have done, I should have done the wings on the birds a different color, but it's fine. We're just going to do little lines here. Okay, then I kind of work my way towards the bottom. Okay. Then we're going to go here. Sorry, y'all, if you're commenting. I'm just concentrating. Okay. Ooh, the cow needs some cheeks, some blush. We'll do a little bit here, a little bit here. That looks good. Go dot, 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 dot. There we go. All right. Line here, line here, 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 and we're done. Okay. Isn't this so cute? All right, I'm going to distress the edges of this just with whatever's left on my, and I destroy these. Okay. So here it is, like so. And that is our cutout of the week. I'm obsessed, y'all. That's so cute. So cute. Let me get in there. So I made these a little bit bigger. I will have the rest of the set later this week. But I really like this. Y'all typically really love these little things. So if you want this one, it is $7. You can comment the number 2. That will get it added to your invoice for the week, okay? If you're like, I just want this, that's it. Comment the word Monday. Go check your message. There'll be a message from me. And in the first link, there should be a link to this guy directly to my site. It's $10, which includes your shipping over there. Okay, so I'm going to go over at Nightly Claims one more time, and then I'm going to hop off. And I hope y'all have a great evening, okay? So, Nightly Claims, here we go. Number 1. And remember, Perks members or club members with me, you do get your 20% off all of the Nightly Claims, except for the cutout of the week, because this is already discounted, okay? So, you have to be an active Perks member or club member with me to get your 20% off. So this one is number 1, okay? It's $14. It is a little bunny shelf hanger. The best way I can show you is just, it sits on an edge and it hangs over the edge, okay? So that one is number 1, and it's $14. It is thick and in charge, but it also does come with a kickstand in case you don't glue yours, perfectly even, okay? So number 1, $14. Number 2 is our cutout of the week. This one is number 2 for $7. So number 2 for $7. Number 3, let me pull up my spreadsheet. Number 3 is the Easter hutch. Let me pull this out. We haven't done a hutch in quite a minute. And I want to say we've done this one, but I don't think I ever had it painted before. That's for chalk, Miss Stephanie. It's a chalk couture membership. Club is just a DIY subscription where you get like a transfer and some paste or ink and an accessory. And then Perks is 30% off of all of the entire Chalk Couture website. It's just a little something added that I do for my people who subscribe to me through that. So once we kind of get started with chalk again, it'll make more sense. This one is number 3. It's the Easter hutch, and it is $18. It is an 8 by 10.5 inch tall little hutch. And like I said, I make these a little bit larger so they're easier to paint and put together. But this one is number 3 for $18. It does come with a little stool and egg basket and the easel. Okay. Ooh, I gotta center it. Okay, so that one's number 3 for $18. And you get all these little pieces to paint. Haley painted this one and she did fantabulous. Okay. Number 4 is a bundle. Me too. I like the bigger hutches. I just think they're so much easier. Number 4 is a mug hugger bundle. So you're probably like, what the heck is a mug hugger? It looks like this, comes in different designs, but there's always some spacers that you can glue to create this space for it to sit on the edge of a mug or a cup. Okay, so it'll fit on the edge of a cup. It'll fit on the edge of a laptop. People make magnets out of these, but it's a mug hugger. So like a potted plant, whatever it might be. So the bundle is number 4 for $12. These are normally $5 individually, but you can grab the bundle for $4 and save. So you're going to get this one, Lucky Charm, Pot of Gold, and Shake Your Shamrock. This one is number 4. You get all 3 for $12. Or you can get them individually. This one is number 5 for $5. Number 6 for $5. Number 7 for $5. Okay. And then our last nightly claim for tonight is this carrot palette sign. This one is a number 8 and it is $12 and it stands 11 inches tall. So this one is number 8 for $12. Yours will come to you unpainted. You'll just get the wood pieces. You will have to provide your own ribbon with this one. Okay. So this one is number 8 for $12. And as always, you can wait until Thursday to claim your nightly claims if you want to. All right. But that's all I have for y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. We are going to start working on the craft room tomorrow. Well, in the afternoon. They've got to cut wood tomorrow. Working on the craft room tomorrow, and then we'll have some more nightly claims. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Do y'all have any questions about anything before I hop off? Before I go? Hi, Tammy. Tammy, did you see our cutout of the week? I also have a Highland Cow version, Miss Tammy. So, I think it's pretty cute. So, I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. Oh my gosh, 37:30 here. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.